Hey guys, Richard from the Poke family here again. Today, well, I want to talk about gym stuff, but let's start the video by talking about the water festival event that's going on at the moment. I don't know about you guys, but I am absolutely loving it. There are so many cool Pokemon around, especially things that are shiny eligible. There are Luvdisc all over the place, there are Ommanites, Kabutos, Whalmers, Magikarp, Shelder, Kyogre. There's so many shiny eligible Pokemon. It's making going out hunting exciting. I'm seeing shinies pop up in chats all day long. It's just great. It's just great. It's so much fun. There's lots of Stardust being thrown around. People are powering up Pokemon. Shiny Kyogre is popping up in chats all the time. People are enjoying this event. But today, what I want to talk about is gyms. Not only gyms, but a gym rework and what that could entail. It's a theory, it's just my theory, but this is what I think should happen with gyms. They need a shake up. This is what I think. Let's get to it. So guys, in order to talk about gyms, I feel like I've got to talk about the old gym system. Now, the old gym system, it was complex. It was complex and it required a lot of work. When you first took over a gym, a single slot opened. When you put a Pokemon in a gym, it generated some prestige. And just by putting Pokemon in gyms, it generated enough prestige to create 3 slots. So off the get-go, you would get 3 Pokemon into a gym. The first Pokemon that were in would sit at the top, the second one would be the next one, third one, and so on. And there were 10 slots in a gym. It was complicated. You had to train with your own team's Pokemon. So you had to fight your Pokemon against your own team in order to make that gym bigger. And it took a long time. It was a lengthy process. And it divided the community into a tribal type thing. I'm Team Valor, so I didn't interact much with Team Mystic players. And so on, so forth. Everyone didn't interact with each other. Everyone was out searching for remote gyms that would never be taken from them, because it was a lot of effort to build these gyms, and you wanted your Pokemon at the top, and it meant that a Pokemon like Gyarados, Dragonite, Rhydon, that weren't particularly meant to be gym defenders. They are mainly attack-based Pokemon, sat at the top of gyms because their combat power was so high. So they reworked the system into the current system, where you've got 6 slots. They're all automatically open. You don't have to do any training. It nullified the Ace Trainer badge. Gyms were much more mobile, so taking gyms down is easier. Acquiring prestige for gyms, which is different now because you acquire medals, gym medals, or gym badges, and so on and so forth. That's how gyms work now. You just put Pokemon in. The longer that they're in there, the more prestige you earn, the closer to gold you get. You can earn prestige in other ways by doing raids. You get prestige for battling opposing teams' Pokemon in that gym. You can get prestige from using berries. There are lots of ways to get. Prestige for a current gym. Now, the problem is the current gym system is very, very simplistic. It is very, very, very simple. And in my opinion, it needs a shake-up. The meta of the game needs a shake-up. There are so many Pokemon that could be good that are getting left behind and not used. There are Pokemon, there are legendary raid bosses that are requiring people to use raid passes to acquire that are not seeing much use because their stats are more defense or hit point based. You've got Lugia, Latias. Latias is okay, but it's not a shade on Latios as far as dealing damage in an attacking fashion. So this is my theory. This is what I think that they should do with the gym system. When you take a gym, 6 slots appear, just like usual. They can be filled any way you like. If you are the person that takes down the gym and the game registers that, you get the opportunity to put a legendary Pokemon in the gym. You can only have 1 legendary Pokemon in a gym. If you choose not to, then it opens up, and the first come first serve basis. The first one that comes along puts a legendary Pokemon in the gym. You can only have one in there, so it's not a gym that's filled with legendary Pokemon that are very, very difficult to get out. They're just one, and it means that your defense-based legendary Pokemon see much more use. So, in order to reinvigorate the training system, to put a bit more complexity back into it, my theory is that if you come across a gym that's your colour that has a legendary Pokemon in it, say Lugia, and you decide that you want to open up a 7th and an 8th slot, not back up to 10, just a 7 and 8 slot, you can train that gym by battling your Pokemon against a legendary Pokemon, which generates prestige for the gym badge for you, and each, say 1,000 prestige, I don't know, 500 prestige, I don't know. I mean, maybe those are a bit high. I don't know what the numbers that Niantic would use, but a determined number of prestige that you must earn in battling that legendary Pokemon is what you need to open up the 7th and 8th slot. Once those 7 and 8 slots are opened up, it means that more members of your team can put Pokemon in there. The legendary Pokemon would sit at the top of the gym, always in the rightful place for a legendary Pokemon, so it's the last Pokemon that goes out, and it will just mean that the gyms are a little bit harder to take down because there's a legendary Pokemon there, and it's the last one out always. So it means that each time they battle it, the owner of the legendary Pokemon has a chance to drop a golden raspberry on it to knock it back up to full motivation, and it just means that Ace Trainer can come back into play, so the people who didn't get it last time has an opportunity to get it this time. Maybe they could even invoke an effect for having that. Maybe they could it could help generate prestige faster if you've got your golden medal. There are lots of reasons why this system is not quite complex enough. We don't need to go back to the massive complexity of the old system. We just need to move in a direction that means legendary Pokemon are not excluded from gyms, so you have a use for the legendary Titans, etc. And it would be a perfect time for Niantic to implement the legendary Titans in the game. Regirock, Regice, Registeel, all those in the game would be valuable commodities for those people who want to defend gyms. Same for Lugia, same for Latias, same for innumerable, maybe even Suicune might see some use. Who knows? That's my opinion, guys. That's what I think Niantic should do. As always, just my opinion. Hopefully somebody at Niantic is listening. They like at least some of my ideas and might see it implemented, because if they release Registeel, Regirock, Regice in the current system, they're going to see a reduced income from raid passes sales. People are just not going to buy them. Those raid bosses are just not. They're no good. They're just no good in the current meta. The meta needs a shake up, and a gym system change is what I think it needs. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, guys. See you in the next one.